So for a time there was some exciting news I had planned to talk to you about. Um, Back in February, I was invited to be a crew member on a boat that was competing in the Newport to Bermuda race. I was very excited about that. Um, but like so many things, it was canceled, which disappointed me very much because I don't know when I'm going to get another invitation. I mean, I'm 50 something years old, and this was my first invitation to be a crew member on a competitive boat. So anyway, the race committee, not wanting to basically leave everyone with nothing, teamed up with this system called Sail Online. It's sailonline.org. And they are going to run a virtual version of the Bermuda race. As you can see on the screen, there's the course. I'm zoomed way out just to see you just to show you the scale of it. But it's going to start at the same time that the Bermuda race was going to start, which was Friday the 19th. Friday the 19th at 1 p.m. So they sent out invitations to people that were registered for the race and asked to join in. So I'm going to do it. So anyway, I've messed about with this interface a bit. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't deal with currents or waves, but it's about weather, and wind direction. So basically, you tell your boat what course you want to steer and when you want to make changes, etc., and it does it, and it shows you in real time how your boat would do. On the right of the screen, you can see these funny graphs. Those are called polar diagrams or polar charts or polar graphs. It is basically a representation of the performance of the boat you're using. In this case, this is an Italia 14.98 meter boat. It's about 49 feet. It's a pretty well-performing boat. And each class uses one boat design, so it's a fair matchup. Everybody gets the exact same parameters to work with. So anyway, it's kind of fun. I did a couple of races for a warm-up. I didn't do very well, but I wasn't the worst, so it made me happy. So anyway, this is something else that's going on, and it's going to be fun. And it's sailing in real time, so you can set your course and basically leave it for hours and then come back to it later. So it's not very stressful, which is nice. So anyway, more on that as the event progresses. It's Monday evening. The yard called me today and said they cannot launch on Tuesday. They will launch on Wednesday or Thursday. So that gives me a little extra time. I think I'll tackle the sump pump wiring. More wire nuts that power this pump. That's a diaphragm pump. So my only worry here is that the wires are not the same size. I'm probably going to regret cutting these, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to retire this float switch that was in here. I kept cutting the wire back farther and farther and farther, but no matter how far I went back like half the wire, and the wire is still corroded on the inside. So I think this doesn't have a lot of time left. And I have this one that was new in the package that I haven't used yet, and I really have no plans to use it anywhere, so I figured it has detachable base, which is kind of nice. It snaps in, and then just snap it out for cleaning, which is nice. So I'm going to try to put this in. Hopefully it'll fit. I think it will. Yeah, it doesn't hit there. So I'm going to try this. Well, I've ruined this connector, and I'm out of this size, so that's all for now on this. So then I had to change my construction zone into a pleasure boat, which meant getting all of the construction material out as much as possible and storing everything else. I wanted to keep a lot of the tools on board, so it meant finding a place to store it all. Then on Thursday they launched the boat. Not only did they launch the boat, they fixed the engine. For changing the cutlass bearing and fixing the engine, the yard charged me roughly $540. I think that was a very good deal. With the engine sorted, I thought I would try to get the mainsail on. It was new cotter pins for the rigging. I finally have the lower panel screwed in and I have the upper panel installed now. There's the VHS radio, new one. It has a GPS in there, so I don't know if you can see my current location. There it is. That's new this year. It's not completely configured yet, but we'll do that as time permits. That's the new car stereo we have too. It's got a DVD audio system, etc., etc. Not hooked up yet. Other priorities at this time. Now here she is with mainsail and headsail on. Every sailboat big enough to carry one of these should have one. It's a sun shower. You fill it with water, put it on the deck, the water heats up, you can hang it up, and water comes out the little nozzle when you open it, and it gets all the salt off you if you're swimming. My poor little dinghy does not hold air well. So it's still Father's Day. It's after 5 o'clock and it's still over 90 degrees. I think I probably lost a few pounds just in sweat. But got a few things done today. And I still have to load the staging platform and the ladder on the truck while I've borrowed the truck. Just cooling off in the air conditioning for a couple of minutes first though. The air conditioning is good on a day like today. Okay. So I've left the boatyard. It's Sunday night, Father's Day. I didn't get a lot done. I had a list, and it included, the things I did get done. I've been trying to fill and empty the water tanks a few times to kind of get try to get this sediment out of there, etc. So I did some of that. I put on the jib, the head sail, and I also put the battens in the mainsail, and I rigged up the lazy jacks. For those who don't know, lazy jacks are those extra ropes that serve no useful purpose except for when you let your sail down, it keeps the mainsail from going all over the deck. It keeps it on top of the boom. It's like a little set of ropes to catch the sail. They're handy to have. What else did I do? So I was planning on putting my Garmin 740S GPS chart plotter, piece of fairly ancient electronics that I had on Kitty Hawk. So the thing's at least 8 years old. Used it on Kitty Hawk and on Moonlight, and now on Shearwater. So I went to hook it up, and I clipped the cable that went to the old GPS unit, and there's a lot of wires in there, and I kind of ran out of time. I didn't get to figure out which ones were actually the power wires. I also had spent some time trying to figure out what's wrong with the autopilot. Again, that was just a rabbit hole journey, because although that's on my list, it's not important for Thursday. I really don't need the autopilot for Thursday. As far as navigation goes, the Garmin is the best option, but I also have Navionics charts on my phone and on my iPad. So I really don't need the Garmin on the set up and tied to the power in the cockpit. But I'm trying to get things done, and I'm not. It was so hot that I was moving in slow motion. Also, I picked up the last of the ladder and staging, and I'm bringing that home while I have the use of the Admiral's pickup truck. So this week I plan to go down to the boat after work on Monday and Tuesday. I probably won't have the opportunity on Wednesday. I'm supposed to have a meeting. With the meeting, at least there'll be 3 people from my department at work. It'll be outdoors, and it will be sitting at different picnic tables. But anyway, they're trying different ways of having meetings. So that'll run into the end of the day on Wednesday. So I might not get from there, which is many miles in the other direction. I might not get from there to the boat in a reasonable amount of time, so I might not be able to do anything on a Wednesday night. If I'm planning on going down the river on Thursday, I got to make sure I get a lot of stuff done on Monday and Tuesday. But that'll be in the next episode. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's a nice way to show support, and it doesn't cost you anything. And please leave a comment if you want to in the comment section. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.